In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get started with Autodesk Inventor 2018 and how to create a checkerboard. So to start off with, when you open it up, it might start like this. I can go New, Part right here. I can go up to File, New, and create a drawing or a part from right here. I'm just going to start from right here. So this is just a new part. Okay, and it starts up. This is where I'm going to work. This is my working space. This is called my model tree. So all the different things are going to show up in here eventually. Okay. And basically to get started, we're just going to go up to create a 2D sketch, click on it. And these are my different planes. So I have my top view, my front view, it's kind of my side view. So I'm just going to start with my top view, looking down, click on it. And you can see it changes into my editing mode, and you have a different toolbar across the top now. So I'm going to make a simple rectangle. So I'm going to click on here, and we're going to use 2-point center rectangle. And you can see I can snap here and it goes green when I'm at the center point and 0, 0. I'm going to left mouse click and drag it bigger, and I'm going to left mouse click again. Okay. Now, once I'm done here, the first thing I'm going to do is dimension it because we have no dimensions on here. So I'm going to go dimension, and I'm going to click out here, and I'm going to just scroll for a second. So I'm going to use my scroll mouse button and move out, and I'm going to put this to 1.5. Okay, so that's 1.5 inches that way, and then this way, I'm going to move it to 1.5 as well. And we have a perfect square. Okay, then I click on finish, and I have this isometric view of it. So I'm scrolling in and out right now. If I hold the scroll button down, I can go sideways and up and down. If I lose it and go, uh-oh, where'd it go? Up here, this is called my view cube. This is the home one. So if I click on home, you can see it comes back in. If I want the top view, I can click on top. Okay, so I'm going to go back to home. The other thing here is these are different views, so I like to click on shaded with edges. As a matter of fact, if you don't have that, what you got to do is click here on this bottom one. I'll click again, and it says visual style. You want to make sure there's a click there. Okay, and then I'll explain that in a second. So, of everything across the top, the only thing you need to know right now is the extrude. So we're going to click extrude, and you can see automatically this extrudes upwards. Okay. And in this case, we're just going to change the extrusion to be about the thickness of the wood at the end. So I'm going to put 0.75, which is 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And over here now, you can see that there's an extrusion. And what I can do if I want is I can double click this and I can call this block. Okay, and give it a name. And that you know what it is. Because eventually when you have a whole bunch of parts, it's easy to be able to name them later on. If I want to edit this, I could double click the block and it comes back to here. And let's say I wanted it in fractions. I can just go 3/4 of an inch as well. Okay, so I'm going to change this to 1 1/2 for right now. It's way too big. Double click this and I can come back here and I can put it as 3/4. Whoops, there we go. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. There's my single block. And basically zooming in, zooming out, if I lose it all of a sudden, again, just go home, and there we are. And I'm going to stop at this one, and before I stop, actually, we're going to save it. So I'm just going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Save As, and I'm going to go find, oh, that's a useless box. I'm going to go to Inventor, and you can see a whole bunch of different things I've done, but I'm going to do New Folder, and I'm going to call this one Checker. Okay, and there's my checkerboard. And I'm going to click somewhere. Oops, sorry, I should have done that. I apologize. Go back up. And let me go new folder again. I'm going to call it checker. And then I'll just click on it. Hang on, there's already one there. Let's just come down here. Sorry, where is it? Up at the top. There it is. Lost it. Go into checker. And I'm going to call this, a light piece. And you'll understand it a little later. Okay, so light piece, hit save. And that finishes off this tutorial. Okay, we'll go on to the next one in a minute.